Hello, I'm Sharon Albert, Director of the Mission Trails Regional Occupational Program. The program you're about to see is a production of the Mission Trails Digital Media Network. This production features local students engaged in the California State Career Technical Education Pathway, Arts, Media, and Entertainment. A special thanks to the Media Center for Art, Education, and Technology, a department of the Monterey County Office of Education, for making this broadcast possible. Thank you for watching. Now let's enjoy the show.
Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Brianna Eckhouse, starting your day the Cowboy way. Talent show signups start today outside of ASB. Auditions will take place in February. All talents are welcome, singing, dancing, poetry, rapping, or anything else. The show is in March. Attention student drivers, the new term has begun, and this is a friendly reminder that you must have a valid parking permit through the finance office. We will begin issuing warnings and towing cars parked without permits. Non-registered vehicles are not allowed in parking lots. Any senior who has completed ASL 2 or 3 and wants to participate in the signing of the national anthem at graduation, please attend a meeting on Thursday, February 9th at lunch in Mrs. Draper's room in 606. Students are welcome to join the Cowboy Cafeteria for free supper after school from 2:45 to 3:15 in the cafeteria. Get energy for those after-school activities or for homework. Family night, including the migrant program and ELAC, will take place on Thursday, February 9th in ASB. The meeting will begin at 5:45 p.m. The freshman class will be selling Valentine's Day grams in front of ASB at lunch through the 10th for $1. Send one to someone you care about and they will receive it on Valentine's Day. The Story Slam is February 6th at the National Steinbeck Center. Have a great week, Cowboys.
Hello, Ms. Merchant. I'm Gabriel Lippo.
I'm Mrs. Merchant. How are you?
I'm all right. So, tell me, this is the school science fair, correct?
Yes.
Is it limited only to students in respective science classes like biology and chemistry, or can anybody who has an interest in science participate?
Anybody who has a science interest and then wants to do some project to compete, they can.
Okay, very interesting. How long has the science fair been running?
This is our second annual
All right, so
science
the
fair,
first one was last
and
year.
then I'm the science fair coordinator.
Oh, you're the coordinator.
Well, I'm a chemistry teacher, but I'm a science fair coordinator. So I try to get as many teachers participated. We have chemistry classes and then ag classes this year, but next year we will more teachers participating here.
Oh, I see.
And we have 200 plus projects this project.
So what happens to those that, quote unquote, win the science fair?
We'll take the top prizes from top projects from this science fair, and then they'll go to the Monterey County Science Fair.
And those that will no longer
in March, and then from there they can proceed to California State,
Oh,
and
okay.
then into International Science Fair. And over the years, many students from Salinas have won a lot of numerous prizes in county fair, and then they proceed to California State, and then also to international science and engineering.
All right, Ms. Merchant, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
your name is?
My name is Max Polanco Price.
All right, good to meet you, Max. Tell me, what was your project about?
Well, my project was about teaching people which is more distracting, talking or texting, and we're testing their reaction times.
All right, could you explain to me how you did this?
Sure. So what I did first was I had people that had a cell phone text somebody, and off to their right, out of their vision, I would drop a meter stick and tell them when, and see how many seconds it took them to catch it.
So while in one hand they're holding their phone and texting, their other hand would be open, and you would drop the meter stick, and then you have to grab it.
Yeah.
All right,
pretty much.
makes sense. So which was more distracting, texting or calling?
At first, I thought texting would have been more distracting because you're looking down at your phone. But apparently, from the data that I gathered, talking was more distracting.
Can you give me any figures as to how much more distracting talking was?
So
an average difference?
An average difference was that pretty much when I tested one of my friends, it took him 2.44 seconds to catch the meter stick because he was talking to his friend and he was paying attention more to his friend than catching the meter stick.
All right. What about texting? Did you get another number with texting from him?
For texting, it took him 0.53 seconds.
So that's almost a 2-second difference.
It's almost a 2-second difference, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's quite interesting to find. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
How do you stop it?
What's your name?
I'm Megan.
Good to meet you, Megan.
Nice to meet you too.
Is this your first year doing science fair?
Yes, it is.
All right. I assume you're doing it with one of your chemistry classes?
No, it's for my ag class. We had to do an ag-based science fair project, so
All right. So can I assume that your project has something to do with plants?
yes, it does.
Care to explain?
Okay, so basically I had 3 cauliflower plants and I wanted to see which natural pesticide was going to work best to control the pests, and so I used salt spray, onion garlic spray, and neem oil spray, and I treated each of the plants with it, and I had a caterpillar that was like eating my plants like very severely, and when I sprayed it with the 2 first ones with the salt spray and the onion garlic spray, it didn't do anything to help, and then when I sprayed with the neem oil spray, it did, and the caterpillar was like dead at the bottom because like
So you deliberately poisoned
I
the
did not
caterpillar.
kill the caterpillar. The thing is when you spray neem oil spray on the leaves, it makes the leaves taste really, really bad, and so caterpillars don't like to taste it, so they'll usually starve to death rather than eat the plant.
So you starved your caterpillar.
I didn't put the caterpillar on the plant.
That's very true. All right. Thank you
Came
for your
with
time.
them. Thank you.
All right. And what are your guys' names?
My name is Jezebel.
My name's Taylor.
All right. Good to meet you both. What did you guys do for your science fair project?
We did ours on water purification.
All right. Anything in specific?
We used 3 samples of rock, soil, and grass to see which would purify rainwater the best.
Would you run rainwater through them and see how pure one sample was relative to the other 2?
Yeah.
All right. So what did you guys find?
We found that the grass absorbed most of the bacteria, so it produced the cleanest, the most purified water in the end.
All right. That's actually very interesting. I would have expected a different sample to cleanse the water more efficiently. Thank you for your time. One. And what's your name?
I'm Kelly.
Good to meet you, Kelly. Are you in the chemistry class or biology honors class?
I'm in agriculture biology with Miss Martinez.
All right. What was your project for this year's science fair?
My project was which irrigation system is best. So I tested 4 different irrigation systems: drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, flood irrigation, and hand watering as my control to see which one works most efficiently.
All right. What do you mean by efficiently? Which one waters the most in the least amount of time? Which one conserves more water?
It's the one that conserves more water and the plants the tallest.
Oh, I see. What did you find?
I found that drip irrigation was the best. It conserved the most water and its plants were the tallest. So
Oh, okay.
overall, it was the most efficient.
All right, that's actually a very interesting result. I probably would have expected the sprinkler irrigation to be
That's
better.
what I expected too, because that's what they use out in the fields here in Salinas.
Right.
So.
But perhaps drip irrigation is more expensive, is it?
Yes, it is more expensive on average, but I think that it's a good investment for farmers. They should be investing more to save water because we're in a drought.
Fair enough. All right, thank you for your time, Kelly.
Thank you.
Good morning, Cowboys. This week is going to be pretty big, and with the more rain, the water is going to be pretty gross. So after it rains, stay out of the water for 2 days, or else you might get really sick. It's up to you. Wow! Put it together. Sex wax lip balm. Keeps your lips nice and moist, prevents that sunburn. No touch, sunscreen stick, SPF 50. Keeps that forehead glossy.
Through the middle of my head and you cool my desire.
Quack, quack. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, yes! C flat. Ooh, nice.
Always wash your wetsuit. All right, let's do it. Oh god.
Okay, you're fine. Just like in awe, like that they really don't come out. Like,
What is this?
this.
Oh, damn!
Oh, this is badass. Where am I? Dude, I just came from a different dimension